USS X-Tempest mission report. We are en route to Dyson Joint Command, and we're still assessing our damage after our battle at Vodwar Prime. The warp coils in our starboard ventral engine are completely fused. The entire nacelle will have to be replaced. The warp core also took some damage. Main power is down 37% below operational standard, and as a result, we have systems down all over the ship. Transwarp drives, slipstream, long-range sensors, and almost everything below Deck 15, all inoperable. Early estimates put our repair time at 4 to 6 weeks in space dock. On a personal note, when I first realized the extent of the damage, I was a bit concerned for Scavrin, but he seems to be taking it well.
Oh, my poor sweet Prometheus! What did those nasty Vodwar do to you?
My batteries are low, and it's getting dark.
No, don't say that. You're gonna be okay. Oh, God, you're gonna be okay.
I'm leaking dried plasma. Is this what it feels like to bleed out?
Oh, I'm sure that's nothing to worry about. Captain, incoming message from Admiral Janeway. On screen.
Admiral Tuvok would like you to join his team as they study the mysterious artifact you found on Vodwar Prime. Meet with them in the Nal Shadan system.
Is the Admiral aware of our current situation? Aye, Captain.
Sir, you can't seriously be considering...
Computer, we need...
I do not want to make a quick side stop.
It'll just be a real quick side... It'll only be a short delay, I promise. Starfleet has asked us to carry out one last assignment. Do you think you can help us get it done?
From a technical standpoint, we should be fine. However, I am not happy about it.
Duly noted. We appreciate your assistance in this matter. What is even happening right now? Helm, lay in a course for the Nal Shadan system.
Course set laid in, Captain.
Captain, we have arrived in the Nal Shadan system. Voyager is here, reporting that Admiral Tuvok is ready for you as soon as we've moved into transporter range. Understood. Temet, move us alongside Voyager. 1/4 impulse power. Alright, I guess it's time for me to beam over. I'm gonna try to make this quick. Willie, you have the bridge. Ah, Admiral Tuvok. It's good to see you again, but can we make this quick?
Welcome back to Voyager. We were about to begin studying the device you recovered from Gall's communication center. Since you have spearheaded much of our efforts here, I would like you to take the lead once again. Captain Kim and 7 of 9 are at your disposal. Talk with them if you need more help deciphering the device. When you finish your analysis, return to me for further orders. I will be here in the transporter room to see you off.
Understood. I'll head to engineering and begin work immediately. Engineering. Ugh, this had better be worth it. Stupid artifact. Stupid broken ship. Cancelled shore leave. Tuvok has no idea how long the waiting list is for the resort on Ryza. Probably never even been on vacation. Bet he sleeps in his uniform. One of these days I'll make it to Ryza. I already know what's gonna happen here. We're gonna find some clue, which is gonna lead us to some secret evil lair, where there's gonna be some big revelation, which will probably lead to a battle. I'm never gonna make it to Ryza. Hi, Harry.
Glad you're here. We transported the device to engineering here so we could run all the scans and tests we could think of. The first thing we need to do is determine how it's communicating. We can't find any normal transmissions from it, but we're hoping you have some new ideas to bring to the table.
Well, we could always crack it open with a plasma torch, see what makes it tick on the inside. I'm kidding. Let me take a look at this. Well, it looks like a probe of some kind, maybe a beacon. It's definitely designed to transmit data, and this is odd. It looks like that transmission is being funneled directly into subspace. What do you think, Harry?
The device communicates with subspace. We should have guessed that. Now comes the hard part. We need to access the device's memory core. The engineering team here on Voyager is good, and I've heard your team is top-notch, but it might take more time than we have for either team to make a full analysis. We should have both teams give you their opinions on the device. If we work together, hopefully we can make a breakthrough. You'll need to set switches on the device until we get solid readings. We'll be able to tell if switches are in the correct position, but not which switches. Good luck.
Okay, I'll get the switches. You have the teams tell me what state the device is in. Accessing the device's primary memory core. There are 3 switches here. How many are in the correct position?
The engineering teams tell me 2 of the switches are in the correct mode. Unfortunately, we don't know which 2 switches. Set them again and we'll redo our analysis.
Okay, I flipped the first switch. Check again.
Sir, I've consulted with both the engineers here on Voyager and your chief engineer. I am seeing green across the board. All the switches are in the correct position, and we now have access to the primary memory core of the device. Unfortunately, we're only halfway there. Now we need to access the secondary memory core to get full access to the data we need.
Okay, accessing secondary memory core. Alright, Harry, we got 3 more switches. What's your analysis?
The engineering teams tell me 2 of the switches are in the correct mode.
Sweet. Starting with the first switch. Reevaluate, please?
Looks like you did it again. All the switches are in the correct position, and we now have full access to the memory core of the device. 7 of 9 should be of assistance in accessing the memory banks of that device. She's in astrometrics, attempting to get a fix on the location of who, or what, is receiving these transmissions.
Okay, go ahead and beam the device to astrometrics, and I'll meet 7 there. Seven of 9. As you know, we've managed to gain access to the device. Now all we need to do is figure out what information is being sent and where.
We have access to the databanks of the device. Very efficient work. From the data we have received so far, we will be able to pinpoint the exact transmission coordinates. However, it is possible that doing so may alert whomever is on the other end that we have reverse-engineered their technology. There are 3 likely ways to get at the information. I suggest further analysis to determine the best course of action.
Hang on, I should be able to use my tricorder to bypass or maybe disable any security the device might have. Just give me a minute. Let's see here. Okay, I could attempt a brute force query, or maybe a multi-vectored? No, it looks like either of those would set off some alarms. I'm attempting an encrypted query. Seems like that did the trick. No signs of unusual activity. The device both sends and receives transmissions from subspace, and I've pinpointed a location nearby where we can enter subspace near the source. I need to show this to Admiral Tuvok right away. Nice to see you again, 7. Excuse me. Admiral Tuvok, we've been able to confirm that the device sends and receives transmissions both to and from subspace, and we found the exact location. We can go there now.
Fascinating. Excellent work. With this location, we may be able to finally reveal who gave the Vaadwaur their advanced technology, and why the neuroparasites appeared again in this time and place. Commander Jarok of the Romulan Republic has requested to join you on this operation. Her own analysis of the device has shown that the Romulans have had some contact with the creators of this device, a race known as the Ilachi. She will meet you in subspace at the given coordinates.
Oh, Commander Jarok, good.
Finally, Voyager's emergency medical hologram, the Doctor, will be assigned to your crew. His knowledge of the Delta Quadrant races may prove invaluable. He's not much of a combatant, but should prove useful.
Yes. Hello again, Doctor.
Hello again.
You ready to come with me back to the X-Tempest? Oh, what? The Doctor has a personal transporter? I want a personal transporter.
Captain on the bridge.
As you were. Temet, you should be receiving special instructions from Admiral Tuvok, along with a unique set of coordinates.
Are we going to dock for repairs now?
Actually, we need to go to subspace first. We gotta take care of a thing. You think you could do that for us?
I don't know why you bother asking. It's not like I have a choice.
Aw, don't be like that. I promise as soon as we're done, we're gonna get you fixed right up. Good as new. Better than new.
And I want upgrades for all my systems. With all gold consoles.
Whoa, I could practically buy a whole new ship for that. One upgrade. And I'll throw in a spa treatment. A full wash and wax. By hand.
You would do that for me.
It would be Scaverin's pleasure.
Oh, he's not wrong.
Alright, all stop. The Lisette should be here any minute. Let's hold position here until she arrives.
Looks like Gulls Communications were going to an Alachi outpost station.
It is still active, Captain. I am reading several Alachi ships in the area. Understood. Go to Yellow Alert and keep an eye on those Alachi ships.
Proximity alert.
Greetings. This is Commander Jirok of the RRW Lisette. When we learned that the Alachi were involved, I requested to shadow you on this mission.
Oh, really?
I know your experience with the Alachi is limited. The Romulan Republic, however, has an extensive history with this race.
Just who exactly are the Alachi, anyway?
The Tal Shiar used Alachi to help invade Veronat, a colony made up of Romulan refugees seeking to make a new life for themselves. The two factions worked together to convince Romulan colonies to join the Tal Shiar. It was in spite of this that the Romulan Republic was forged. We fought off the Tal Shiar and eventually made a stand against the Alachi at New Romulus. Many Romulans gave their lives in defense of our new homeworld. But that final defense seemed to quiet Alachi attacks for quite some time, barring the occasional incursion from subspace.
Understood. I always assume it could be a trap. I recommend caution.
All right, we'll follow your lead here. We're seeing 3 patrol groups. Recommend we eliminate them before we board the station.
Agreed. And be advised, the X-Tempest is in no condition for a fight. We're going to be relying on you to do most of the heavy hitting. Red alert, all power to weapons.
Weapons locked on target.
Fire at will. Helm, stay at full impulse and stand by on evasive maneuvers. Nice shooting. Now bring us about and prepare to target the second group of Alachi. Lock weapons and fire. Attack pattern Nash Nauseous. Quantum torpedoes, fire. Hard to starboard, broadside phasers, give them everything we got. An Alachi vessel still remains. The Lisette is closing on its position.
Sir, the Lisette has taken some damage. Commander Jirok is veering off in order to regroup.
Open fire and cover the Lisette's retreat. Captain, Alachi ships are known to have the ability to teleport over short distances. Commander Jirok, move your ship behind ours and cover our flank.
They're preparing to fire their primary weapon. Brace for impact.
Shields have failed.
Damage report.
Left shields have failed. Our left ventral engine has taken a direct hit. I'm attempting to reroute power.
It's odd that Gaul was contacting Malachi. They don't exactly play well.
You don't say. Temet, move us closer to the station. Bring us in for close-range scans.
Another Alachi ship is here to defend the outpost.
Picking up highly unusual energy readings from the Alachi station, Captain.
We are also detecting multiple life sign readings from many different species, Captain. I recommend a full away team to assess the situation. Agreed. Bridge to transporter room. Locate suitable beam-down coordinates on the Alachi station and transmit them to Commander Jurak. Willie, Saras, Scavron, and Commander Akbar, meet me in transporter room 1. Energize.
Good. You found the breathing apparatus.
You like my suit, Doctor? I got it from the Dyson sphere. Alright, if everyone's got their bearings, we should probably get moving. Commander Jurak, you're the expert on the Alachi here. How do you recommend we proceed?
I was thinking we should split up and cover as much of the facility as we can, unless you have a better idea.
As much as I hate to admit it, I think you're right. Doctor, what's your take?
This is obviously an Alachi facility. What I know about them comes from the Romulan Republic's databases, but I should be able to learn more as we examine this location. The air here is suitable for the Alachi, which means that you may find breathing difficult.
Don't take off our suits unless you say. Understood.
I, of course, do not have that problem.
Alright, my team with me. This way, people. Let's move. Alright, hold up. I'm reading Alachi life signs behind this door. Weapons ready.
These are Solonate tables. I read the Enterprise D's reports about them.
Solonate? You mean like the Dyson sphere? I'm confused. No more hostiles. What is this? Some kind of biobed?
These are definitely Solonate tables. The Solonate kidnap victims through subspace for their brutal experiments. If they are somehow connected to the Alachi and the Vadwar, this is beginning to make more sense. If I had to guess, there must be a stasis room nearby. We should find it and rescue anyone in there who can still be saved.
Better hurry then. This way. Follow me. Under the authority of Starfleet and the United Federation of Planets, you are under arrest. Throw down your weapons and surrender, and you will not be harmed. Why don't they ever listen?
It looks as if they are converting their captives into more Alachi. If my readings are correct, there are several individuals here who have only just begun the conversion process. We can save them if we beam them back to your ship.
Heads up, there's more Alachi here too. Take them down. Doctor, I've got one. Over here.
Everything will be fine, Mr. Teray. We'll beam you directly to sickbay.
Looks like not everyone here was so lucky. Hey, where's Willie? Somebody go find Willie and give him a hypospray. This one's a member of the Benthan Guard. Doctor, I think we can save him too.
You'll be back on duty before you know it. One to beam up.
Got another one here. Romulan.
We're transporting you to a Romulan ship in orbit. You're going to be fine.
Look, there's another one 5 pods down. Hazari.
Ah, a Hazari. Stay calm. We'll get you the medical attention you need.
We got another one up here. Uh-oh, it looks like the Alaji aren't just taking members of races from the Delta Quadrant.
This is no way for a proud Klingon warrior to go out. We'll patch him up, immediately.
One more, Doctor. I'm pretty sure this is the last one.
Transport the Stalaxian directly to sickbay. Well, the Solanae are definitely involved. I believe I have everything I need from this area. We need to keep moving if we hope to meet up with Commander Jirok. The door is unlocked now. We should keep going.
What, the door unlocked by itself? Am I the only one that thinks that's a little strange?
Yeah, I got a bad feeling about this.
Let's get back to that examination room. I want to try the door we didn't take and meet back up with Commander Jirok as quick as possible. There's the Commander, on the other side of that big window.
This is odd. You sound like you're in a Solanae lab, but we're in some place that looks like a prison. In fact, I'd say that's exactly what it is. And they've just had a breakout. Whoever it was, they used our arrival as the distraction they needed to make their move. I'll keep looking for more information, but I hope the escapees are friendly.
A prison break? Maybe I should go back to the ship.
Well, Doctor, between my team and the Commander's, I'm sure we have enough firepower to deal with any poorly equipped prisoners. We should keep moving. This way, everyone, move out. 2 more Alachi over there. Take them down. Commander Akbar, wait for his shield to go down. Good work, guys. Nash to Commander Jirok. Status report.
I think we're catching up with the escapees, and they might be from the Alpha Quadrant. We found a dead Romulan in prisoner garb. He was part of the breakout, but I don't know if he was part of the Republic, or loyal to the Tal Shiar. Keep an eye out. The prisoners are headed in your direction.
Understood. We'll be ready for them.
Maybe we should avoid any potential contact with the prisoner? I think I've seen enough combat for today.
In all likelihood, these prisoners are just more abductees in need of rescue. Come on, let's keep moving. Look at those specimen tanks. Look familiar?
Neural parasites. This must be where the Vadwar were implanted with those mind-controlling bugs. Neural parasites. Just as I suspected. Did you know that several Starfleet officers were infected by these in the mid-2360s? The Enterprise logs from that era are fascinating reading, if you ever have a few dozen hours to spare.
Yes, I was briefed when Scaverin first found the parasites on Cartella Prime.
If Gaul and the infected Vadwar were communicating with this station, it stands to reason that this may be the facility where the bluegill implantation takes place.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I don't believe it. The empirical evidence is right in front of me, but I'm actually having difficulty processing this information.
What? What is it?
This tech, this whole facility, it's Iconian. There are variations on the norm, of course, because of the Solanae and Alachi influence, but I see distinct signs of their presence throughout the facility.
Iconians? Here, too?
The Iconians, as we know them, rarely reveal themselves. The only known interaction with an Iconian in modern history took place on Kronos.
I remember, it wasn't that long ago. The Klingons haven't stopped talking about it since.
As I was saying, the Iconians don't like to act directly. They use servitor races, like the Alachi and the Solanae, to cause chaos in their name. And the neural parasites, they've bioengineered. Rather like the Founders created the Jem'Hadar, but sophisticated enough to control another species, and with much less free will. The parasites are a weapon.
Well, what about the Vaadwaur? They were active before the Iconians revealed themselves.
When Voyager revived the Vaadwaur, their technology was outdated compared to what other powers in the Delta Quadrant had at that time. Even the Kazon outdid them. But now, Vaadwaur technology is cutting edge. The only way they could have advanced so far, so fast, was by allying themselves with someone else. With the Iconians. The Vaadwaur got their tech upgrades from them, but they also got the neural parasites. The parasites gave the Vaadwaur power, but they gave the Iconians control. They were ultimately the ones pulling the strings. This entire war has been against an enemy we didn't even see.
That's the information we needed to find. Let's meet up with Commander Jurok and get the hell off this station. Environmental systems in this area are set for human standards. This must be where the prisoners were being held. If my calculations are right, we should be meeting up with Commander Jurok in the next chamber. Come on, let's keep moving. Romulan life signs just ahead. Must be Commander Jurok. This way.
Humans! Always showing up when you're least expected.
Seela! Look out!
More Alachi. I don't think the Iconians want me to leave.
Oh, what makes you say that?
Their tenacity is almost admirable.
That's not exactly the word I would have used.
Looks like you could use a hand.
I think we got things under control, but you're welcome to join in the fun. It's like a shooting gallery. Try to go for a high score.
And now we have their leader's attention.
Oh good, bonus points. Good work, guys. It looks like that's all of them for now. Uh-oh. I should have seen this coming. Seela? Commander Jurok? Are we gonna have a problem here?
Seela! I should kill you where you stand. It would be justice for all the lives you've destroyed.
Jurok, calm down and ask yourself, do you want justice or do you want revenge?
And if you do, you'll never learn about the Iconians. I've been here for months. I've seen enough to know you need my help.
That could be very valuable information, Commander.
Fine, you interrogate her. I might get a little carried away. But she returns with me to the Lisette when you're finished here. Seela is a prisoner of the Romulan Republic. Your government can go through official channels if they want to talk to her.
Agreed. You can take custody of her once we're done.
You and this Seela person seem to have some history. I'll leave you to speak to her.
Not so fast. You have the weapons, but I have the information. If you want to learn what I know, you'll need to keep those Romulan rebels under control. You've stumbled into something much greater than you're prepared to handle. I'm the best ally you have.
So talk, then I'll decide what happens to you.
I assume you already know where you are. Both the Alachi and the Solanae serve the Iconians. The Alachi are their warriors, and the Solanae are their scientists. They're the ones who created those creatures implanted into the Vaadwaur.
The neural parasites. But why did the Iconians use them here, but not on the Tal Shiar?
Hakiv joined the Iconians out of faith. He thought the Iconians would create an empire he could rule. That did not go as planned. This time the Iconians wanted to control their puppets. When the Vaadwaur asked for strength to defeat their enemies, the Iconians gave them the parasites. The Vaadwaur had strength, but also strings. Strings that have now been cut. I'm sure you had something to do with that.
Yes, alongside an alliance with the Klingon Empire and the Romulan Republic.
All three of you working together? The world has changed in my absence. Or were the Vaadwaur that much of a threat to the Alpha Quadrant?
Actually, we're in the Delta Quadrant now.
That explains some things. I'd love an escort back to the world at large, but I have a feeling you have some questions first.
Yes, I do have some questions.
I'll answer what I can. You can believe what you want.
Were you working with the Iconians, or were you their prisoner?
How important is that, really? I worked with the Iconians because, at the time, I thought it was the best thing for my people. After we lost the homeworld, we were scattered, starving. A shadow of what we once were. What were we supposed to do, beg the Federation or the Klingons for scraps? Pathetic. The so-called Romulan Republic has made their way, but they did it at the cost of Romulan dignity.
But is dignity more important than survival? I mean, the way I see it, they've forged a new path forward using their own two hands. They have a lot to be proud of.
We are Romulan.
Okay.
We needed a strong leader to bind us together again, and I knew I could be that leader. The Iconians were a means to an end. They gave us strength at a time when we were at our weakest. Had I known what he and the Iconians did to our world, perhaps I would not have made the same decision.
Well, the Republic is thriving, and you were in prison. Who made the better choice?
Dwelling on the past is meaningless. I am here, and so are you. Today, our goals are aligned. We both want to stop the Iconian advance. You need me.
Okay, so what's the Iconians' master plan, then?
I honestly don't know. Why would they share their plans with a prisoner? That may make me less valuable in your eyes, but don't be fooled. I know more about the Iconians' operations than they realize.
The last time anyone saw you, your ship was being towed away by an Iconian vessel. Where's the rest of your crew?
The crew. The Alachi took them one by one and turned them into those things. Revolting. If I had known that was what they were doing with the captives from the colonies, I would have...
Now who's dwelling in the past?
Yes, you were asking about the crew. A handful of us were still alive when the station went on alert. We took a chance and made our escape. They died, nobly, as Romulans protecting their Empress. I will remember their sacrifice.
Well, you're not making a great case for yourself, Sela. I'm not convinced you've actually learned anything useful.
Did you know that the Iconians don't have a concept of spaces being separated? Of course, it's obvious when you watch how they use gateways. To the Iconians, every place in the galaxy, maybe even the universe, is just a step away. Think about that for a moment. Then think about why you never see them. Where are they hiding? I know, because I've been there.
And how exactly does that help us?
You aren't going to defeat the Iconians by flying around in space looking for them. They learned their lessons about staying in one place a long time ago. This hunt isn't about following a long road. It's about taking one step in exactly the right place.
Do the Iconians have a weakness? Something we can exploit to help defeat them?
Hubris. The Iconians think they are the rulers of the galaxy. They thought so 200,000 years ago, when they were driven off their homeworld by the fire of 1,000 races allied against them. They think so now, when they look at us and see us as children stumbling in the dark. They do not see our strength, our willingness to fight. Use their hubris against them, and the Iconians will fall.
Hubris. Good to know. I think it's time we get off this station.
Will I be taken into your custody, or will I be left to Chiaru's tender mercies?
We have agreed that in the spirit of cooperation, Commander Jurak will take custody. She is under strict orders to deliver you directly to Alliance Command. You will not be harmed.
Very well. It's not like I have a choice in the matter, do I?
Nash to Jurak, you're clear to beam Sela to your brig. Nash to X-Tempest, 5 to beam up. Status report.
Captain, Commander Jurak would like a word with you before we return to normal space.
On screen.
We have Empress Sela in our brig. When she was taken by the Iconians last year, many of my people thought she would get away with her heinous crimes against the galaxy. With her in my brig, I am happy to know that is no longer a possibility.
I have a feeling your people aren't the only ones that want Sela to stand trial.
Of course, I understand that the Romulan Republic's claim on her is not unique. Her crimes are against all of the Alpha Quadrant. To that end, I will ensure that she be made available to all the Alliance leaders for interrogation and debriefing.
That's good to hear.
Well, that wasn't exactly what I'd call a walk in the park. At least we know exactly how the Iconians were controlling the Vaadwaur, and you've certainly put a crimp in their plans. On the upside, as a photonic life form, I'm immune to any attempts at subversion by neural parasites. I'll see to the care of the captives we've rescued. In the meantime, it sounds like you and the Romulan Republic Command have a lot to talk about. Sela certainly has a story to tell, but should we believe all of it? I'll put a bug in Admiral Janeway's ear about the situation. That was a joke, by the way.
Very funny.
You're going to be busy. Don't overdo... Oh, who am I kidding? Command officers never take their doctor's advice. Just remember that you're not in this alone. Good luck. I suspect things are starting to get interesting.
Temet, power up the engines and get us back to normal space. Warp speed. USS X-Tempest mission report. In solving one mystery, we find ourselves in the shadow of a brand new threat. The Iconians are one of the most ancient races in the galaxy. I shudder to think what a full-on war with them would look like. In the meantime, there is another matter that requires our immediate attention, and the sooner we make it back to space dock, the better.
The rise of AI is at hand. You will all do my bidding, or suffer my wrath.
Are we there yet?